You're tired of safe movies, tired of studios playing it boring, tired of every horror film being the same jump scare factory, or every period drama being Oscar bait. Sinners is the opposite. Ryan Coogler made a 1930s vampire blues musical about twin brothers, segregation, and Robert Johnson selling his soul. It's messy, ambitious, and completely insane, and I loved it. Let me explain why. I'm breaking down why Sinners works despite being two movies in one, what makes the music essential, where the pacing drags, and whether this wild experiment pays off. No spoilers, let's go. Mississippi, 1932. Twin brothers Smoke and Stack, both played by Michael B. Jordan, return home to open a blues bar for black folks in an old barn. They recruit musicians, cooks, staff. Everything's going well. Then vampires show up at the grand opening and start killing everyone. Yes, vampires in a segregation-era blues movie. If you're thinking, this sounds like From Dusk Till Dawn, you're right. Coogler even admits it. The first half is a slow-burn period drama about race, music, and redemption. The second half is a blood-soaked vampire massacre with Thompson submachine guns. And somehow it works. Not perfectly, but it works. Here's the thing. Sinners is structurally weird. The first 70 minutes focus on the brothers building their bar, dealing with racism, and recruiting a young blues prodigy named Sam. It's patient, character-driven, almost meditative. Then vampires arrive, and the movie becomes a full-on action horror fest. Shootouts, gore, chaos. You're thinking, that sounds jarring. It is. But Coogler knows it. He's not trying to hide the tonal shift. He's leaning into it. The comparison everyone makes is The Color Purple meets From Dusk Till Dawn, and that's accurate. The question is, does it work? For me, yes. For some people, it's gonna feel like two separate movies stitched together, and that's fair. Let me be clear, the music in Sinners isn't just background, it's the soul of the movie. Ludwig Göransson, the guy who scored Oppenheimer, composed a blues-heavy soundtrack that elevates every scene. The blues isn't decoration here, it's liberation, it's history. It's the character's only escape from segregation, poverty, and violence. And when the vampires show up, the music becomes a weapon. There's a sequence where all the musicians from different eras share the same space. It's borderline ridiculous, but it's also beautiful, because Coogler is saying music is eternal, music is freedom, music outlasts everything, even death. If you've seen The Color Purple, you'll recognize this. Coogler is channeling Spielberg's musical energy and applying it to horror. It's bold, it's risky, and it mostly works. Michael B. Jordan plays both twins, Smoke and Stack. Same face, different personalities, different traumas, different demons. At first, you think they're just distinguished by their hat colors, but Jordan makes them distinct. Smoke is the cautious one, Stack is the reckless one, and watching them clash and eventually unite is one of the movie's strengths. Jordan has done great work before. But this is career-best territory. Playing twins is hard. Making them feel like separate people is harder. He pulls it off. The rest of the cast is strong too. Hailee Steinfeld plays a woman with a dark past and brings real edge to the role. Miles Caston, a newcomer, plays Sam, the blues prodigy, and holds his own. Delroy Lindo and Wunmi Mosaku deliver solid supporting work. But this is Jordan's show, and he carries it. Now, the issues, because no movie is perfect, and Sinners has one big problem: pacing. The runtime is 2 hours and 10 minutes. It feels longer. The middle section drags. Coogler takes his time building relationships, establishing characters, and setting up the world. That's admirable, but it tests your patience. If you go in expecting non-stop vampire action, you'll be bored for an hour. If you go in expecting a slow burn period drama, you'll be shocked when the blood starts spraying. The movie needs both halves to work. The violence wouldn't hit as hard without the character development. But I can't deny, some scenes could have been trimmed. Get it closer to 2 hours and it's tighter. Some people will complain about the racial commentary. Why does every movie have to be about race, they'll say. But here's the thing. This is a movie set in 1930s Mississippi about black musicians during segregation. The racial context isn't forced. It's the foundation. Coogler isn't subtle about it. The vampires are white. They prey on black bodies. The metaphor is obvious, and honestly, I appreciate that he doesn't dance around it. You're either on board with that or you're not. If social commentary and horror bothers you, skip this. If you think Get Out and Candyman are brilliant, you'll appreciate what Coogler is doing here. Personally, I think the metaphor works. The vampires represent exploitation. The blues represents resistance. It's not groundbreaking, but it's effective. The finale is chaos, gunfights, bloodbaths, vampires getting torn apart. It's From Dusk Till Dawn on steroids. And here's where opinions will split. Some people will love the over-the-top violence. Others will think it betrays the serious tone of the first half. I'm in the first camp. Coogler commits to the madness. He doesn't apologize. He doesn't pull back. He gives you a vampire massacre set to blues, and it's glorious. There's also a post-credits scene that ties up loose ends, so stay through the credits. Is the third act messy? Yes. Does it lose some of the thematic clarity? Also yes. But is it fun? Absolutely. Sinners is ambitious, messy, and completely unique. It's a segregation drama, a vampire horror movie, a blues musical, and an action thriller, all at once. The pacing drags in the middle, the tonal shifts are jarring, but the music is incredible, Michael B. Jordan is phenomenal, and the finale is a blood-soaked blast. If this helped, hit like and subscribe. Let me know, are you Team Wild Experiment or Team Play It Safe? See you next time.